Growing up, I figured that cooking was a big part of life. In Sam and Andy, we're going to show you how to cook. All you need to know is how to cook. After watching Sam and Andy, your cooking skills will be as sharp as this knife. That's all you need for life.
For me, cooking's more than just a thing you do. It's an artistic passion. It came for me when I was 3 years old, and one day my great aunts cooked a meal for us. And this wasn't just any meal. It was, amazing. One of probably the best meals of my life. It just changed how I saw it. I no longer saw food as a necessity. I mean, it is a necessity, but it's something we can be creative with. Just like Da Vinci painted pictures, or John Farnham wrote songs. It's a passion of mine, and that's really what the purpose of Sam and Andy's Kitchen is. To make people think food more than just a necessity of life. It's a passion. And by the time you finish watching this, your cookery skills will be like this knife. Sharp as anything, clean and lethal. That's what we want you to be like.
Welcome to Sam and Andy's Kitchen. Today we are going to show you how to make a chip. Oven chip.
Yep. Now this is a bit complicated.
Very
if you're under 10, I wouldn't try this at home. Parental permission.
We didn't even try it at home.
Yeah, we tried it here instead in our studio. Now we've put the oven on, haven't we, Andy?
Oven's on.
162 degrees on fan bake. Bake. So that's what we've done so far. You haven't missed out too much. Don't worry. Don't cry. Please don't.
Yeah. Let's get started. So,
It's done.
what we need is 2. What do we need?
3 oven trays.
3 oven trays.
Sorry about this. It's just getting the oven trays.
I've got 2 oven trays.
Okay. That's good enough. Yeah, that's really good. What else do we need? Some chips. Got some chips. And rolling pin maybe. Got rolling pin. And yeah, that's that. And a knife. Yeah, very nice. Let's go. Here we are. Bit of product placement there, bird's eye. Now these are the chips. Now before we handle food, we need to wash our hands. Doesn't work. Oh, close. Alright. It's also very good to dry your hands in a hygienic way. This is actually, believe it or not, this is actually better than using tea towels.
It doesn't really work.
No, okay, this is our chips. We're going to get 3 out, I think, today.
3 chips. So,
Sometimes you won't use 3, sometimes you will.
it depends really.
More.
Yeah, it depends really. Your budget. You got to really fit it
Yep.
into
That's a chip.
budget.
Chip. Now, obviously, with these chips, do we need some sort of sticky thing underneath so they don't stick to the pan?
Yeah.
Or not?
No. With these chips, it says here, watch eyes. Oil out of chips stops them from sticking. Could be harmful to eyes, and do not inhale.
Should have brought my
It
sons
doesn't
on.
tell us why not to inhale.
Could get addicted to chips. So we've got them in there.
No.
Okay, now we're going to put these in the oven, is that right?
Yeah.
Are we up to that stage yet? So after you've let them sit here for about 3 minutes, then it's right to put them in the oven. Okay, as you can see, we're opening the oven here. Open it up, and then you place it in like so. Always do it in that order, not the other way.
These ones will have to wait because,
Okay, obviously there's not enough room in. Another thing that Andy forgot to do there on purpose, just so you know, is you have to close the oven too, like so.
Oh, I was just kind of letting go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, closing the oven actually keeps the heat inside. Most people don't know that, but it's very helpful. Now, what do you do here? You always sort of sit around and wait.
We have to kind of
Chuck the rest of them in the freezer. That will do another week or so.
Yeah. Well, I know. They're really bad for your diet.
I've actually got one each, one for me, one for Andy, and one for you. One for you. Yeah, you sitting at home. You'll get one of these in the mail in a few weeks. Now, when I was studying for my PhD science last year, we actually looked at the science behind the chip, which is a really neglected field. And we actually worked out that what goes into a chip is not what you think it is, it's actually processed potato. Now, the genetic makeup of a chip is definitely more interesting. We actually see that there's 3 X chromosomes and 7 Y chromosomes, which is interesting stuff. Now, there's actually some traces of oil in there, and we believe that this is put in there so it cooks well.
Doesn't stick to the tray.
Doesn't
like
stick to the
you
tray.
said. What oil that is, we don't exactly know.
No.
We were warned not to inhale. Like earlier, we read that.
Yep. Just checking on the chips here, see what progress is. And there's actually a special test we do. We take it out with the tongs, and then we see how brown it is. As you can see, it's still a very pale yellow colour. It'll need a bit longer.
Okay, guys, you just gotta make sure that your face is nowhere near the oven, especially when you open it up, because it is quite serious. The effects of what happens afterwards is very serious. I've heard stories of people in the bush lost the air of their oven, and it's just in their face, their oven air, and it's like a couple of hours of just stale, hot air just blasts in your face, and you know the effects. You know it can do things to your skin, like you can grow beards and stuff. I don't want to do that because yeah. Well, you know why, yeah. So just don't put your face close to the oven because, hey, well, I think they're ready. Really? They've been cooking here for about 20 hours. I hope this is how you take them out. Oh, yeah, they're sliding around. That must mean they're ready. Can we just put them up on there?
Yep, yeah, just put them up there.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, look, isn't that beautiful? Actually, now we'll just test. You know, has the spoil of our